Hello, my people. MRS.Ruckus here, and welcome to another episode of Public Praise TV. Today's episode will be featuring the LiNK Media, a dynamic new company that focuses on artist development and an online magazine. We'll also have one of their artists, Merrell. So keep it here, keep it locked on Public Praise TV. Hey, hey. Hello again and welcome back to Public Praise. In this edition of Public Praise, we have Lawerence WYCHE from the LiNK Media. Later on in the show, we're going to hear from his artist, Merrell. So Lawerence, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you coming out and talking about your company. Tell us about the LiNK Media.
The LiNK Media, it actually started as a magazine idea a few years ago. And as I dealt with it and as I really thought about it, kind of grew into more. So right now the LiNK Media is actually going to be split into like 5 separate companies where we have artist management, which Merrell, like you mentioned earlier, and a few other artists that we're working with now. A graphic design firm, which is actually ran by myself. The online magazine. We are going to be looking at doing a nonprofit like outreach ministry under the LiNK Media, and the last one I can't really talk about right now.
So you mentioned before the magazine, the nonprofit, artist development. That's a lot of hats to be wearing.
Yes.
So how are you delegating the responsibility? Do you have help? Like, who's on your team?
Well, I have an awesome team. And actually, we are looking to fill some spots, for anyone out there that would like to help us. But right now, it's myself. I'm the CEO, and I am, like I said earlier, I'm over the graphic design firm, and also the other portion of the company that will be named later. We have my partner, Chris Theodat, who's over the management. And our other partner, Arielle Chanel, who is over the magazine. She's editor-in-chief of the magazine. It's not just my company. It's the 3 of us together, working together. We all put our money in just the same. We're all building this thing from scratch. So we have different areas, that we each. Now we still work together in those areas. We still help each other out, but. Like I said, there's plenty of room now for people to come in and help with us and grow this thing.
So on that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Public Praise.
Hey, listen, we ain't going nowhere, so we want y'all to stay right here, so keep it locked on Public Praise.
The most controversial man that ever walked the planet. You know the story.
But to those of you who are willing to listen, I say love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who hurt you. If someone slaps you on one cheek, offer the other cheek also. If someone demands your coat, offer your shirt also.
You've heard different interpretations of his life.
Do to others as you would like them to do to you.
And the evil that followed him.
The power this man holds is too much. He's taking away from our foundation. The little bit we have, he's ruining.
So what are we going to do?
Take him out of here.
How would this story change if he were here today? So what are we gonna do? Take him out of here.
Now, it's time to do some real ministry.
YTF. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever.
Ask yourself, can anybody match him? Never.
YTF.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Public Praise. Here I am again with Lawerence WYCHE from the LiNK Media. So going back into our interview, I have a couple more questions for you. You are in the media now, and and you're also saved. How do you feel Christ and the media can go hand in hand?
The media needs Christ, just like everything else on the planet needs Christ. As far as social media and things like that, I come from a time where, the church, would talk about, excuse me, they would talk about like Facebook being evil and, staying offline and all that stuff. But if the church stays away from where he's needed, then what's left? Then if all the Christians were taken off of Facebook and nobody was proclaiming Christ there, then it would become exactly what they don't want it to become. So we need to bring Christ there. We need to be represented in every area. And it's important that, whatever we do for Christ in media and just in general, we do the best that we can do. We make it look the best that we can make it look. Because once again, I come from a time when, Christians would put out stuff and it would be subpar. But the church would support it just because they were Christians instead of, creating a better market for Christians. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what we're about. We're about putting the body of Christ in the best light that we can put it in. Making it look as professional as possible, making sure that everything is quality. Not just spiritually but naturally. Because Christ needs to be represented in every facet of life.
So I have one more question for you before I bring out your COO and your editor-in-chief for the magazine. We're here at Public Praise. We're never ashamed, and we're proud to proclaim. So my question is for you, why are you never ashamed, and why are you proud to proclaim Christ?
I am never ashamed because when I had no one else to turn to, Christ was there. And I'm not saying that in the cliche, he's my mother, my father. Like, no, I literally had nowhere to turn to. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a bad separation and divorce, going through, being in a state living by myself, no friends, no family. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was literally me and Christ sitting on my couch, having conversations, and he's the one that got me through. He's the one that, even gave me the vision for business because I had no serious ambition before then. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be right now. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do is all for him, like from here on out.
When we return, we'll hear from the LiNK Media COO and editor-in-chief of the magazine. Come right back here, Public Praise, after this.
Hi, I'm Troy Good, Senior Pastor of New Dimension Church in Providence, Rhode Island. We're so excited because this is our first year where we are offering you the Ascend Leadership Conference. This leadership conference is really for those of you who really are looking to integrate your faith into the workplace. It's November 14th through the 17th. We're hosting Johnny Enlow, who is the author of the 7 Mountain Prophecy and the 7 Mountain Mandate. Hey, if you're a leader in any area, in government, in business, in the arts, in education, in any of the mountains of culture, we invite you to be a part of this incredible weekend. This conference is going to be unique in that during the day, it'll be totally interactive. You'll be able to ask questions of our speakers. You'll be able to engage in dialogue because our goal, our hope is really that this leadership conference impacts the way you do faith in your business life. And so we invite you. It's totally free of charge, November 14th through the 17th with Johnny Enlow and myself. God bless you. We hope to see you there.
And welcome back to Public Praise. To the right of me, I have Arielle SPIVEY, who is the editor-in-chief of the LiNK Media magazine. And I also have Chris Theodat, who is the COO. Welcome, guys, to Public Praise.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right, so tell us about the magazine.
Well, yes. The magazine was actually the first area that we started with for the LiNK Media. It is a kingdom-based magazine which promotes kingdom living, through visual media. So it represents the whole Christian, not just one area, which is normally the Sunday morning Christian, which most people are used to seeing, but to show that Christians have lives the same way as everyone else. We like sports, we listen to music, we go to different outings, we have families, to just really show every aspect of who we are.
So basically it's a Christian lifestyle magazine.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. So Chris, what's your dual role?
Well, apart from being the COO, I'm also the executive manager. So I manage all the artists we bring in. I get their EPKs, their bios, I get their packages together, and make sure that all our artists are set. And the COO role, I handle all the operations, making sure things get done in an orderly fashion, and to the best of our ability.
So what else do you guys provide for your artists besides bios and packages and what have you?
Well, it's a really interesting business concept, and where an artist can come to us and they can get management. We can book shows for them. We can manage their calendar, manage their social media, manage their whole portfolio. And on the flip side, they can come to us and have all their graphics done. They can have their music video shot, their bios, everything kind of in one little package, where before you would have to go to different places and you would have to basically shop around for everything that you would need to build your artist. You can go to one set spot and we have everything there for you.
So you guys have a heavy workload. So what keeps the fire burning for you to keep doing what you're doing? I'll start with you, Arielle.
Okay. For me, what keeps the fire burning is really looking back at where I've come from. Growing up in a time where MTV and BET was really starting to thrive. As a young African-American female, the images that were being presented were not the best. And to also come from an area where I went to school, I was in a program where I was actually bused to school. So going to school in a suburban area and having to combat a lot of different stereotypes that were coming against me, and then coming and looking at the TV and magazines and all these different things to try to come back against that and show who I am through Christ and what Christ has shown me, and being able to then take that and show that to somebody else. That's a really beautiful thing to me, to be able to do that.
Well, what about you, Chris?
For me, what keeps me motivated is the drive to want to help. Like being an artist as well as, someone who helps artists, I can see both sides. So I think it's cool that I can give another artist what I would want for myself. And as far as the media, as far as the management, and to know that they don't have the stress of having to look for everything. They don't have the stress of having to deal with, phone calls and deal with, I guess, like the things that take away from you being an artist. Because these are things, because right now, being in the Christian music industry and how this works, that everyone is kind of self-made. Everyone's their own boss. Everyone is independent. So I think it's really good to help independent artists get to the platform that they want to get to. And there are some really, 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 really talented people out there that really need to be seen, need to be heard, and need to show what it is that God has given them, as far as talents, as far as just a word, a message, because there are people with a real message, with a real heart to help people, with a real heart to see freedom, with a real heart. And I think our company helps expose that and gives them an avenue to spread what God has given through them.
And listen, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break. So why don't y'all go get some snack, take that little communion real quick, come back to Public Praise.
Welcome back to Public Praise, where this whole half hour is dedicated to the LiNK Media. And please tell us of any upcoming events that you want us to know about.
Well, yes, we're actually very excited to let you all know that on November 29th, we will be holding our 1-year anniversary, which we call our Purple Friday. And it will be on Black Friday, which is why we call it Purple Friday, which this year is November 29th. It will be a fun night of music, entertainment. Some of our artists will be there, as well as some other artists participating and just having a nice time and, getting to enjoy ourselves after a great Thanksgiving. So we're very excited about it.
That's awesome. I'll be there in my purple, my favorite color. So yes. I will surely be out there to support. So how can our followers get in touch with you? Can you give us all of your information?
Well, the three main ways is one, the website, the LiNK-media.com, and Twitter, so at the LiNK Media, spelled correctly, because we spell things correctly, and because most people don't. Facebook.com / the LiNK Media. Those are all our three main venues for right now.
Now, are you still looking for artists?
We're always looking for artists.
All right, so if you're an aspiring artist, this is where to go, the LiNK Media. I would like to thank the LiNK Media for coming out today. It's been a pleasure. And stay right here for more Public Praise TV. Coming up next, Healing Ministry. All right. Oh, hey there, Dima here from Healing Ministry. I'm on my second challenge. And this week's challenge is play the field. All right, I like that. All right, imagine this. Whenever you're looking for one true love or a few fantastic people to share your fabulous life with, your dance card is full and fulfilling. You no longer...
Hold up.
Huh?
What's going on here?
Huh?
Play the what?
Huh?
Play the what? Play the field. Well, you know Margarcia Para? You Derek Jeter? What field you playing?
Okay.
Did you show him? Did you show him this?
See,
yeah, I don't think you can do that challenge.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay. See, all right. I guess this will work because I's married.
Yeah, you are married.
Okay.
Okay.
I got an idea.
What?
How about this challenge can be a date night?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Challenge number 2.
Give me that book.
Date night. And now, our artist spotlight.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Resurrect, hosting out for Public Praise once again. And here I'm sitting with the lovely Ashley Merrell. Say hello to the people.
Hey, everybody.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right. Later on, we're going to hear you sing a song for us. I know it's going to be a wonderful rendition of one of your tracks. I love your music.
Thank you.
So I'm going to say that I am a fan.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But real quick, we just want to ask, how did you get into doing music?
I've been singing since I was very small, a little girl. My father's a pastor, so any chance he got to call on me to sing, he did. And I've just been doing it ever since.
Ever since?
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you think that you could take it from just singing into the church and actually going out?
I don't really know. I do know I made a transition around the year 2007. Crazy. Okay. I moved to Boston and I started at Berkeley, and I switched majors from professional, broadcast journalism to music business and vocal performance through pro music at Berkeley. And I just wanted to use the gifts that God had given me, and that was definitely one of them. So when I made that switch, it was just all roads kind of led down that way.
Down that road, okay. So we was talking about your gift, music actually being a gift. Was there a change in your life that took place that made you see music as not just an after-school activity, but something you could take to pronounce the word of God to people?
Absolutely. That's why I know I have it. God gave it to me for that specific reason. Okay. It being a career choice was a recent, I would say, not recent, within the last 3 years, I decided that I wanted that to be the main thing that I do. And that's my desire, to be able to do full-time music ministry.
Oh,
so, in whatever capacity.
That's cool.
That's just really what I want to do.
So let's talk about your background just a little bit. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Warren, Ohio.
Oh.
It's a small city about 50 miles from Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warren, Ohio.
Warren.
The gospel scene is it's kind of big in Ohio.
It is. Like, I come from a crazy background of awesome musicians, and my brother is a phenomenal musician. I have them all in my family and all around me. So I grew up listening to some pretty dope stuff.
All right. And what brought you to Boston? Was it school?
It was Berkeley.
Berkeley.
I transferred to Berkeley 2 years into my journalism degree and wanted to do music.
Okay. Now, I heard recently you just went to LA. Why don't you tell us what that was about?
I was invited to be a part of the Merge Summit, which is a conference that merges entertainment and faith. So it brings together, actors and actresses and singers in faith, and they just share about how they move about in the industry as a person of faith. So it was pretty cool, and they had an unsigned artist showcase that I was a part of. And I got to share a song from my album, One Freedom, and it was just a really good weekend of networking and meeting people and just sharing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you have one album out right now. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about that album and what inspired you to write some of the songs on it?
Absolutely. The album that's out now, I released it in 2010, and it's entitled One Freedom. And it's based on Galatians 5:1, that it is for freedom that Christ has set us free, so be not entangled in the yoke of bondage. And that is like my heart's desire, for people to be free, and that's where One Freedom came from.
One Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what's the single on that?
The one would be a single, and another one would definitely be Sunshine that I released. Yeah.
So let's talk about what you're doing now. You have any upcoming project, any upcoming shows?
I do. I have a project that I'm working on, a mixtape entitled Transition, and it's actually going to be a series of projects, but this is volume 1. And it's just going to help inspire and encourage people to keep moving forward through life, through whatever. I'm a huge fan of good Christian remixes.
Yes.
I believe that it's so powerful to take a secular song that people really like and make the lyrics edify, and build up the people in the body of Christ. And I just, I think that's a powerful thing when it's done right.
When it's done right.
There are times you can't just take out Baby and put in Jesus and call it a Christian remix. No, but it's the entire message behind the music. And it's something that I started doing a few years ago with a friend of mine, and just the impact that I saw that it had on the young people, I thought was phenomenal. So I'm definitely going to be incorporating a few of those on the mixtape, as well as a couple of remixes from the last album and some original music.
Okay.
So that's this fall. I just recently released a single from the mixtape on SoundCloud. So check that out.
Okay.
And it's called Sun Life, and just talking about living in the sun.
Beautiful.
That's it for right now.
You definitely, we can get your music on SoundCloud.
The album is on iTunes, Amazon.
Okay.
Anywhere you can get music digitally.
Okay.
The single that I just released is on SoundCloud. And anything that you want to know about in regards to the music, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, Instagram.
All right, y'all heard it here from the sister Best. You can get her music almost anywhere. Please check it out. Get ready for that Transition mixtape, and anything that she's doing, check out locally in the city, or she might just come to a city near you. You never know. But I want y'all to just get ready for Miss Ashley Merrell. She's gonna bless the stage in a little bit. Y'all be blessed.
That's a problem. Getting attacked and having nothing left. That's a problem. Come on, Jehovah can grab the problem. Attack the problem.
Here to perform with the one. Here is the one and only Miss Ashley Merrell.
When I was down and out and no one was there for me, there was a vacancy in my heart, in search of something, trying to fill this void. And what I was missing was love. But the moment I gave my life to you, life has been so brand new. No longer living life the same now that I found you. Jesus, you're the one, the one, the one, the one, the one, the one. Finally, I found someone who feels beautiful and doesn't judge me by what I used to be. No, no. From my head to my toes, every feature he knows, because he made me, he created me, and he loves me. I gave my life to you, now it's been so brand new. No longer living life the same now that I found you. Jesus, you're the one, the one, the one, the one, the one, the one, oh, L-O-V-E, love is what we need, yeah, oh, love that we can count on, yeah, it's unconditional, love, from the moment I gave my life to you, life has been so brand new. No longer living life the same now that I found you, Lord. The one, he's the one, the one, the one, the one, the one. From the moment I gave my life to you, life has been so brand new. No longer living life the same now that I found you. Jesus, you're the one. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. One, the one, the one, the one, the one, yeah. Oh.
Welcome back to Public Praise TV. We are actually out of time, but before I go, I want to introduce our new intern, Jessica. Look at God, we are moving up in the world. Thank you, Jesus. It's time to go. See you next time on Public Praise TV.